What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and today I want to talk about something that Kathleen Kennedy said in an interview about the future of Star Wars after the end of the Skywalker saga, and why I have a really good feeling, well, I guess I shouldn't say good, I should say it's a bad feeling, that they're going to be looking back into the expanded universe and trying to take more characters and more characters that we love and use them for their own gains, because I don't think they have much other choice. So I think that's what they're going to do, and I'll talk about my theories behind that in a second. But let's see what Kathleen Kennedy actually says. And she did an interview with the New York Times. I pulled this up from IGN because that Los Angeles Times article is just super long. I did skim it, but this gets to the bottom of it pretty quickly. Kathleen Kennedy says Star Wars films will deviate from trilogy format after Rise of Skywalker. She explains how storytelling in the universe will no longer be restricted by a 3-act structure, which, I mean, they've done Rogue One, they've done Solo. It's not like this is new. One important thing to point out about Kennedy, she says nothing. They have no idea, they have no solid plans right now, and it's clear from this interview that that's the case. In a new interview with the LA Times, Kennedy discusses forthcoming final act of Skywalker, along with plans for the future, emphasizing the importance of breaking the formulaic mold of previous Star Wars. Been focused on finishing the Skywalker saga. Now it's time to start thinking about something different. Here we go. I think it gives us a more open-ended view of storytelling. It doesn't lock us into this 3-act structure, she said. We're not going to have some finite number and fit it into a box. We're really going to let the story dictate that. The report also claims that while the Skywalker saga is coming to an end, Lucasfilm won't abandon the characters created in the most recent trilogy, suggesting several characters may appear in future Star Wars projects. Well, that's a problem because they have expressed no interest in doing any future Star Wars projects. So, I guess with the exception of John Boyega said he would do a movie if Daisy Ridley and Oscar Isaac wanted to do it as well, but neither of them want to. So, that's not really a thing that'll happen. Kennedy previously touched on the complexities of detaching from the original story to carve away a new way for the franchise. Admitting it was an incredible challenge to determine the best story to develop next, despite a new Star Wars movie being on the decks for 2022. Now here's the important part. Here it is. We've got various things we're looking at and various ways in which we can begin or not. You know, do you go back? Do you go forward? All those questions are being asked. Do we stay in this galaxy? Do we go to another? The universe is never ending. The good news and the bad, they have endless possibilities. And this is what she had talked about before. Now, when she says that, do you go back? I think that's what they're going to do. I truly think that we are going to see them delve into Knights of the Old Republic. Now, we had something come out. We had this article come out a long time ago. It is We Got This Covered. Came out about a month ago. People were talking about it. There's a million ads on We Got This Covered. Holy crap. Anyway, Lucasfilm wants Keanu Reeves in a Knights of the Old Republic movie. Again, We Got This Covered, so take it with a grain of salt. But Star Wars fans were beyond excited at the possibility of a KOTOR live-action trilogy finally been pushed in active development. Details on the project aren't too plentiful at the moment. But there's rumors to Darth Revan making an appearance, and people want Keanu Reeves. And then it goes on to talk about sources close to We Got This Covered, the same ones who talked about Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan and the Rey Palpatine connection, which have both since been confirmed, say that Lucasfilm is interested in Keanu for the role. So it's still too early for it to project. It's pretty exciting to hear, though, blah, 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 blah. And they did talk about being inspired by Lord of the Rings for these trilogies. The reason that I think that it is going to happen, that they're going to go back to the Old Republic for some sort of, whether it be Jedi Mandalorian Wars, whether it be Jedi Sith Wars, is because we've seen the writing on the wall. They're bringing things from the expanded universe and using them in canon as throwaway lines here and there to build the lore, because guess what? These people writing here, they have to take from the expanded universe because it's over 30 years of well-developed story, well-developed lore, well-developed world building, and they end up taking from that and putting it in their new stories. Here is just a small list, because it's definitely not complete. This is just a thing I found on Screen Rant the other day. Star Wars, everything from Legends, Lucasfilm made canon again. And it's definitely not everything, but here are some things, including Knights of the Old Republic and Ancient History. And it talks about things that have been brought to canon from KOTOR. Star Wars Rebels heavily referenced the Mandalorian Wars. Yes, they did. Legends introduced the Sith homeworld of Korriban, and they, in a book, they became clear, and they said, yes, Korriban was what it used to be called, the ancient Sith world. Ancient Sith masks from KOTOR had been recanonized. The Zerka Corporation, which plays a big role in the Old Republic as this kind of evil corporation, has been reestablished in canon. Sith spawn, the creatures, and as well as Kath hounds have both been introduced. Darth Endedu and Exar Kun have both been mentioned in Disney canon. They are from Legends. Again, just taking straight from the pages of stuff you said you didn't want to say and putting them in your new canon. The 100-Year Darkness, absolutely. Malachor was introduced in Star Wars Rebels. Bogan, a reference to the dark side of the Force, is used. The line in that is used in the book Dooku. And then they even brought back Terrace as well, another world from KOTOR, and put it in the new canon. And I do think that Lucasfilm, after this trilogy is over, they're going to look at everything and they're going to see that they need some form of nostalgia to draw people back. Even with a movie like Solo, where you have the character of Han Solo, you know, that was a financial failure for them. You know, hashtag Solo lost money. Even though you have the pull of that character. So I do think that they really need someone like that. Now that they're going to blow all our legacy characters away and have nothing to bank off, I think now they're going to go back to the expanded universe legacy characters. People like Darth Revan that get everyone really excited. I saw just a couple days ago, just a couple days ago in December, people just sharing fan art of Keanu Reeves as Revan because people want that so badly. Because people want Revan. They love Revan and they love Keanu Reeves. Here, let's see if I can find this. Here we go. So people just sharing fan art. I mean, kind of, you know, and Revan's a badass character. Revan is a great character from KOTOR. That's why he's so well loved. And that's why I would love it if he stayed in Legends, where he belongs, so that Disney doesn't get their hands on him. This is a picture from SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic. And that's Keanu Reeves. He does fit the part perfectly. Guys literally only want one thing. It's effing disgusting. Keanu Reeves is Revan. So that's kind of my feeling as to what's going to happen. Because they need that nostalgia, guys. And I think Kathleen Kennedy knows that. I don't think she's going to be in charge by that point. I think someone else will be in charge, whether it's like someone like a Filoni or a Favreau, who Filoni has shown that he is absolutely willing to take from the EU anything he wants, bits and pieces here and there. So sometimes without even crediting the expanded universe. But that's what I think is going to happen. I don't want it to happen because I don't want them to mess up Revan. I don't want them to try to retell these stories. I want you to create your own stuff. In 2014, when Disney bought, or when they decided that the expanded universe, they were going to move away from it for creative freedoms, use your creative freedoms, Disney. Don't destroy more characters that Star Wars fans love. Create your own characters. I mean, I don't understand. You didn't want these characters. You don't want to be bound by them, so leave them. Do your own stuff. But what do you guys think? That's kind of really my feeling, because I don't see where else they can go from here after the sequel trilogy. And I do think it's all going to come back to the expanded universe because they have so many great characters that they can unfortunately pull from and do with what they will. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.